What is up, my people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here on the Cup Chasers. That's right. The FA Cup is back with Manchester City versus Liverpool, the big one of the day, of the tie, of the round, of course, I should say. And it's going to be a spicy one. The previews didn't necessarily make me hopeful for Liverpool, but I'm hoping that they can bring a little something to the proceedings. So go ahead and smash up the likes. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are new. You know as well as I do, it helps the channel so very much on our road to 500 subscribers. And of course, I want to know each and everything you are thinking down in that comment section below. Who's going to win this one? Who is going to make it difficult, make it easy? Will Pep Guardiola do some Pep overthinking, or will Arne Slot have one up his sleeve today? So I want your thoughts, your comments, your questions, your concerns right down there in that comment section below. Let's go ahead and take a look at these lineups about 6 minutes before kickoff here. Getting everything set up. Of course. Boom, boom, boom. All right, James Trafford in the net, the Cup goalkeeper. Of course, hero in the Carabao Cup with that triple save against Bukayo Saka. Nunez on the right-hand side. Krusnov and Gahey in the middle. Nico O'Reilly along the back, as you might expect. Pretty strong lineup in the back there for the Citizens. Of course, you got Rodri Bernardo Silva, full of experience, sitting behind Ryan Cherki in the middle of the park. And then it's Antoine Semenyo, Erling Haaland, and Jeremy Doku. Pretty much the strongest lineup you could see from Manchester City. And I think they're going to dominate the middle of the park. I think that Liverpool are going to look to maybe skip Rodri, skip Silva, and try to get him into the channels is probably what I'm expecting. Of course, Slot himself has gone with the experience of Mo Salah. Many were thinking perhaps go with speed like Rio Moa, but it has turned out that he's going for experience with the Egyptian king. You got Ekitike and Verts, of course, as well. Verts tends to slot into the middle, and they tend to not have any width on that left-hand side when Verts plays there. We'll see if they've figured out how to fix that issue today. Of course, you got Sloppy Sly in the middle of the park. Shooting, first name on the team sheet every single time for Liverpool, of course. Gravenberch and Curtis Jones behind him. Curtis Jones will be important in the build-up if they do indeed try to go through the middle of the park at any time today. And then it's Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkez across the back. Of course, Liverpool always look a bit better when they have a traditional right back, as they do today, despite what you may think of Gomez's defensive abilities. The point is to release Dominic Szoboszlai in the middle of the park. Give him the freedom to play. Of course, to do what he does best in the middle of that, in the middle of the park there. Hold on one second while I'm looking to figure out how to get a stream up. All right, here we go. All right, should be a good one. Should be a fun one. I'm hoping that's for sure. get the headphone in here. There they are. Yeah, I think it's just going to be going to turn on how much Liverpool want to try to play through the middle, on what they're going to attempt as far as build up, and if they're going to skip the midfield a whole lot, as I expect they will. So we shall see. We shall absolutely see. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun one. Stream is really struggling. Let's try a different one. Should be about kicked off at this point. Already having technical difficulties. You love to see it. You love to see it. We're going to get the clock running just because I expect it already is running somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. There's probably a lot of people trying to stream this one right now. Is what the issue is. Definitely the literal worst time to have these kinds of problems. This is crucial. This is absolutely crucial. Best. I immediately have a stream. I guess we're doing it old school today. All right, so I finally got something. I think my clock's a little bit ahead of this here. Pep in the stands. I actually forgot all about that. I actually forgot all about that. But here we go. Here we go. I'm going to sync my clock. As the ball is here with Mamardashvili. Hits one long. If they do intend to hit long balls today, Liverpool, it will be very important that they win the second one. Ref says play on here. Ekitike. Kirk has made the run, didn't give it to him. Ooh, Van Dijk, little ball into the middle. Gravenberch keeps it slow. Here's Gomez. Ooh, cuts one in for Verts. He gets through. Oh, quick feet. Still has it. Ekitike now. Ooh, fires it at Verts. I'm not sure it was meant for him. Doesn't get through. Trickles to James Trafford. All right, now the clock is synced. And we're up and cooking with gas. Here we go. Who's going to win it? Got to win these second balls. It's going to be very important today. Foul against Antoine Semenyo. And who let Michael Oliver referee the Man City game? Who let Michael Oliver referee? It's already suspicious. Oh, that's kind of soft from Curtis Jones. Feels the pressure goes down. Big man up from the back for the Reds. I actually haven't even examined who I want to win this. I guess I don't even really care at this point. Here's ball in from Szoboszlai. Konate flicks it on, but it's right at James Trafford. All the way back here for Mamardashvili. City back on it here with O'Reilly, surging forward for Semenyo. Doku, I should say. No one in the center for him. There was a big gap there. Should have come running. City looking for some controlled possession. Here's O'Reilly. What do you know it? There is commentary. Here's Semenyo, 1v1 with Kirkez. Ooh, Hugo Ekitike on the defense there. Interesting. Followed him all the way back. It's a good win from Kusanov down for Shirky. Space to go forward here. Verts on his back wins the corner kick. But you saw immediately when they lost the ball there, City looked to counter press very, very quickly, as is their wont. Probably going to see that all game. They're going to look to press high if Liverpool do indeed try to play out from the back. Prague, my man. Rice, Saka, Zubi, Hincapie, Madueke, Trossard, Magalhaes, Saliba, Timber, Odegaard, Eze, Marino. Injury list, so many. Yeah, absolutely. We had some knocks over the break. Hopefully everybody's all right. I doubt we'll see Eze or Marino today. And I think Hincapie and Madueke will probably rest as well. The rest of them are good to go, I would imagine. I think Timber and Odegaard are still doubts, but I think we need Odegaard really badly. But yeah, the injuries We're minor. We're good to go. Hope you're well, Prague. Every time, man. Thanks for being here. Oh, here comes Gravenberch. Oh, it's a poor ball. Like a TK to the back post. Now, it's still alive for Verts. And Rodri steps in. Thank you. Here's Doku into the middle. Gomez does well enough to get it away. Here's Van Dijk. Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. So it's interesting, once they do get into the attacking half here, Liverpool have been trying to play through the lines. It's not necessarily the long ball. Here's the ball across. Falls for Szoboszlai. Verts, I should say. Oh, no, it was Szoboszlai there. Gravenberch back on it. Now for Gomez. Jones takes it over. Here's Verts. Now Jones again. Come on, Cité, is the cry from the crowd. Here's Van Dijk. Now Ekitike. 1v1. Kusanov steps. Here's Kirkes. Ekitike. Van Dijk. Ooh, the ball was there. Back into the center here. I like that pass. Good step from Bernardo. Oof. Konate smashes it out of bounds. Salah never get into that one. Here's O'Reilly. Now Bernardo. Martinelli to PSG, possible transfer. Go for it. Go for it, man. I like Martinelli, but we can upgrade. especially if there's any silverware this season, especially when we win the league. The prize money could help us in addition to the sale money. So we can definitely improve. But why, oh, why would Paris buy Martinelli? That's the question in my mind on that one. I wouldn't be too upset, though. Martinelli's done his thing and kind of faded a bit, I think. He's been consistent as far as output. It's just the eye test sometimes is... Of late, he refuses to take on his man. It's baffling. Here's Jones helping out with the build-up. You can see Man City close in on Gravenberch anytime he checks to the ball here. Shirky and Holland very close together to cut off the central passing lane. I would absolutely love Morgan Rogers to come to Arsenal. Prague, 100%. I would love that. He's not necessarily a left-sided player, but when you think about it, Arteta doesn't like to do, oh, it's a good 1-2 between Verts and Ekitike. The shot is not of the standard, but Mikel Arteta likes to buy players that can do like 97 different roles or whatever. But, maybe isn't, the absolute GOAT at any of the roles is kind of what Mikel Arteta goes for. And that is Morgan Rogers to a T. But he could play in the center. He could play out wide. That's a good shot for sure. I would like that. I think it's an upgrade on Martinelli. I think I'd probably say he's maybe a little bit better than Trossard. The gap isn't huge, but I think he's an upgrade regardless. And I would love that. Here's Shirky coming forward. Ooh, cuts into the middle. Oh, Holland made a good-looking run. Konate read it. Ooh, Verts gives it away. O'Reilly was in there. City fans appreciate the effort, the verve. Yes, sir. O'Reilly pulls down Szoboszlai there. Cheap foul to give away. But of course, oh, here comes Verts to work on the press. Oh, Curtis Jones. They had beat the press. Rodri was on Verts' back, and Curtis Jones was in behind Shirky and Holland, and he played it backwards. He played it backwards. All you had to do was beat Bernardo Silva. And if Bernardo Silva left you, Gravenberch was open. Oh, they had beaten the press and then didn't do it, and now they've given it away. Nope. Sloppy Slide's back on it. That's well done. They're under it here. Yep. Rodri's on it. Curtis Jones had the opportunity, but now it's coming back the other way. Prague, I imagine, like, you don't even want to watch this game. Can they both lose? How can these both of these teams lose this? Unfortunately, it's not an option today. Here's Bernardo. Gahey is furthest man there forward for a second. Konate has to clear as Holland chases, but O'Reilly, now Gahey getting pretty far forward when City are in confident possession here. There he is again. Good touch to O'Reilly. Now Bernardo. You can hear the City faithful in loud voice. Excuse me, that's the Liverpool fans. There you go. Singing about Mo Salah, I think. Fair. Makes sense. Here's Rodri. Kuzanov goes for a shot. And there's your first shot. Nunez, I should say. There's your first shot on target. The Georgian goes long. Here's Salah. He's gonna get on. He's gonna get on it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How do you? Wow. Marmonashvili with the long ball, the long punt, of course. And here's Salah. He wins it off of Kusanov. That might be the worst shot of his career. Okay. Credit Kusanov. Credit Kusanov. That's a fantastic challenge from Kusanov. I was about to say if Mo Salah damn near hit the AR with his shot, that was going to be horrendous. But no, you got to give props to the defense there. Here comes the long throw. Trafford clears to Shirky, who ensures the danger is cleared as City try to push the formation up. Here's Kirkes. Ekatike is the only one really given width. It's interesting on this left-hand side, of course, because Verts, they're able to keep it. Here's Gomez. Doku charging down the cross, and it's all the way back for Konate now. There's the long one. Florian Wirtz asking a lot of him. He's a little bit too short for that one. Almost, though. Almost, though. You can see, of course, Liverpool looking for the quick transition over the top, skipping that midfield. Trying to make sure Rodri's doing a lot of running without the ball today. The blueprint they're trying to follow, obviously, is looking like the first game, the Valverde hat-trick game for Madrid. Perhaps Arsenal should have tried that a little bit and not played Kai Havertz down the middle, but is what it is. Hopefully we've learned. Here comes Bernardo. What a pass that is for Shirky. Oh, my God. Wow. If Shirky has a better – you don't say that often. If Shirky has a better touch. Yeah, it's a bad touch from Shirky. What a ball for Salah. 1v1 here with Mark Gahey. Twisting, turning. He'll win a goal kick. Great D from Mark Gahey. Great D from Mark Gahey there. What a pass this is from Bernardo Silva. Oh, you got to hit that first time. You just got to curl that in with your left foot. Yeah. That's a really poor touch from Ryan Shirky. That's a really poor touch from Ryan Shirky. Here comes Holland on a charge. Here he goes. Here he goes. Shot. Nope. That's a good D. Here's Semenyo. What's up, football rage baits? You going to rage bait me? Hope you're well. Shirky wants a penalty. He's got his hands in the air. He definitely wants a pin. Looked like a good tackle. Checked and cleared already. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about this. Let's look again. Yeah, Kirkes definitely wins the ball, but he does take quite a bit of Ryan Shirky with him. Pep wants it. Pep definitely wants it there. What's he called now? Van Dijk's not happy. Michael Oliver's nobody's going to be happy with Michael Oliver, of course. No, he's still remonstrating. He can't believe it. Pep watching the replay. They got a screen on the wall behind him. He can't believe it. Hands on his head. Man City are dominating that midfield. They're winning most of the second balls. And if the long ball from Liverpool doesn't get over the top, Man City have been winning it in the middle. As you would imagine, as you would expect Rodri to just dominate the second ball game. You know, but it's definitely kind of playing out like we might have expected. Here's Semenyo in for Shirky. Here's Bernardo. Mark Gahey now. Interesting from the commentators talking about Liverpool fans bringing the atmosphere. Because that just sounds like hate to me. Here's Daku. Szoboszlai doubles. That's great D from Gomez. Szoboszlai forces him back. That's good work. Here's Bernardo bringing it into the center. Now for Rodri. Keeping it ticking. Liverpool in a deep shape. Now Nunez hasn't been in it much. Here is Semenyo. 1v1. Beat him. Now Verts comes over for the double. He's going to go to the byline. Ends up being a Manchester City corner kick here for Bernardo. Holland underneath the crossbar. Here it comes. In swinger. And the lights from the advertising board in combination with the goal posts and the net, I couldn't see anything. I could not see the ball at all as it came across. That's hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Crazy. Mark Gahey has been on the winning side versus Liverpool 4 times this season. That's a great touch from Mo Salah down for Szoboszlai. Play quicker. Oh, Liverpool got to play so much quicker in transition. That high line just bamboozled everybody there. It's got to be like a second 1-2 touch pass there to beat that high line. But the opportunity for a run from deep was there, maybe from Gravenberch. But that's how you break high lines. Runs from deep, break high lines. I'll say it again. I said it before. I'm sure I will parrot it out once more, or perhaps twice. We shall see. Cheap foul there from Bernardo. They're going to take the time with this one. Get the big men forward. Have Szoboszlai dump one into the box. I think it's such an interesting dynamic. Oh, here it comes quickly. As soon as the whistle blows, it will fall for a Liverpool throw-in. Gomez is going to hoof it all the way into the middle. We've already seen him get one to the penalty spot earlier on. It always seems like such a huge distance. There it goes. Kusanov. Nunez, I should say. Ooh, it's down for Kirk as he just rips it because Shirky is already there in his face. I think that's one of the most undervalued and unhyped, undiscussed thing about Manchester City's consistent level is their, oh wow, what a pass from Trafford with the outside of his foot for Nunez. Oh, who gives it away? Here's Curtis Jones. Now Ekitike. Can they capitalize Liverpool? Nunez. Oh, great tackle from Doku, and he's off. Oh, and that's going to be a yellow card for Gravenberch. Has to be. Has to be. Wow, that is such great work from Jeremy Doku. Such great work from Jeremy Doku there. Just puts his body in front. Oh, that's so cheap. That's such a cheap yellow. Oh, man. Well, of course, Man City continue to dominate in the middle of the park. But yeah, it's that press. The energy that Man City have in the press, I think, is one of their most untalked about, undervalued, consistent characteristics. What a good touch from Ekitike down for Verts. And again, Liverpool playing too slow. Have to go all the way back here. There's the long ball. Salah down for Gomez. And it's slow again. Nope, here's Slap-a-Sly. They have gained the territory, but then they give it all right back. At least they've moved Man City all the way back into their own half. Now they can try to get a little bit more intricate, as has been the pattern. Here's Verts. Goes through the line. More territory gained and then given back. The midfield battle here is so fascinating. Man City more than confident in their getting into the passing lanes, following their man in the midfield rotations. Liverpool far from confident in the same. And here comes the long ball again. Curtis Jones just hits it right out of bounds. The Man City patience in their formation. Like, yeah, they haven't been amazing this season. They haven't been by their own standard, I would say. And look, they're still a really dangerous opponent. Kusanov just runs past Ekitike here, breaking the press with one dribble. Bernardo, great pass. Doku's offsides. Yeah, it's the simple things that Man City do that, you know, might be a little bit underrated, that they do so well with such consistency that makes them freaking really difficult to play against. Madrid made it look easy because Valverde is a freak when he wants to be on his game. And, you know, in the second leg, they were just able to play. The dynamic is so different. Can Gomez get past him here? He does. Into the middle for Curtis. Oh, my God. Swing and a miss from Curtis Jones. Woo. And so the blueprint's there. Like, they know what they need to be doing, Liverpool. They aren't playing quick enough in transition. And when they do make a quick attempt, sometimes the quality hasn't been there. But this is good. Here's Salah down the right. Back for Szoboszlai. Now Salah. A little bit of space. Left foot across. Ooh. Curtis Jones. It falls for Ekitike. Oh, my goodness. Snatches at it. Snaps at it. And he knows he might have done better. He knows he might have done better there. Yeah, he just rips it, but he should have done better. Oh, that's not that far away, though. That's not that far away. Ooh. He looks like he's wearing a wig because, like, his highlights or something. That's a handball. That's a yellow card handball. Wow. So Semenyo has grabbed the ball while it's still in play, and they're calling it a throw in. They've given it away here. Got to play so much quicker when they win the ball. Man City's counter press, like immediate counter, first 2 seconds counter press is just destroying them. That's great work from Verts. Sabaslai loses it somehow. That was weird. All the way for Ekatike. It's back. Oh, he's offsides. He's offsides there. But when Verts, there is that central pass when they move Rodri and Bernardo to the side and play it right through the center. When Verts receives that, like he has been doing here very well, and then plays it to the right or left quickly, there is space and it looks good. But of course, while you're doing that, you also have to factor in the fact that Man City's line is they're stepping up, not back. They step up, not back when their lines break. It's not what you expect, and that's why their high line works so well. And thus, once again, that attack ended in an offside. That's a good ball down to Shirky. Now O'Reilly. Doku in some space on the other side. Gomez giving it to him. Ball in. I think they're lucky to get the corner kick there. Sabaslai wasn't expecting it to come to him, and he just got anything on it to make sure there was no one behind him. I don't know if he didn't get his head up there, Doku, or what, but he hits it into nobody. Lucky to get the corner here. Doku and Shirky, Verts for company. Here comes the short corner. Bernardo's going to put it into the middle, a little bit behind Nico O'Reilly. Now Doku in the channel, in the pocket. One across. Really the first time they've targeted Holland in there, and Van Dijk was live to it. Pretty much a clear foul throw. Everyone in the stadium but Michael Oliver saw it. Here's Doku. Silva. Shirky rifles one at Rodri. Out for Semenyo. 1v1 with Kirkez. Ball to the back post. Mamadashvili gets one important. Doku does not do well there. That's good 1-2 touch stuff from Liverpool. But, of course, the counter press, as always, is there from Mateus Nunes. Just a little bit of space. He doesn't even need to beat Kirkez. He just gets a little bit of space. Dangerous area. Mamadashvili clears well. Here's Mo Salah. The commentators don't even know what's going on. They're surprised Rodri hasn't had a whole lot of touches in this game, but they haven't spoken on the tactics that have created that stat. Liverpool, they blanket Rodri when they're off the ball, and they're skipping the midfield most possessions. And so Rodri's only access in this game is to win the second ball at the moment. And so that's why he doesn't have the most touches. Now he's got some space. There's your touch count. I bet that 7 touches from Rodri just destroyed that stat that they spent 40 seconds speaking on. Here's Ryan Shirky trying to find some space. He does find Erling Haaland. Just holds it up. Keeps possession now out wide for Doku. Now Shirky to the byline. Doesn't quite get there. He's fast, but not that fast. Liverpool hanging in there, you know. I think they need to play quicker in transition when they win second balls. This here is why Rodri's not been in it, because they're hitting long balls mostly. Holland does so well. Semenyo is so too. Nunez in for Rodri. That'll be a foul on Florian Squirts. Here's Gahey. Tries to slide one through. Gomez was live to it. Here's Ekitike. Oh, there's a very creative touch to get past Rodri. Shrugs him off. Here's Kirkes in the space. Nunez coming in for a slide. Nope. Oh, that's good D. That's good D. What's going to come here? Rodri gets the yellow. Interesting. No, I think he was pulling on Ekitike, and Ekitike was just stronger. Yep, it's got a huge hold of his shirt right there in front of Michael Oliver. You're never getting away with that. Well, I mean, I don't know. It is Michael Oliver. Anyway, yellow card for the legend, the Ballon d'Or winner in the midfield there. And we'll get a long throw from Mr. Gomez. Ball in. It's cleared, but it's all the way back for Gomez again. And he'll get the ball in over everyone. Oh, my God. Van Dijk was behind the line. And Cruyff trapped it behind him, trying to set up a shot, but he was in behind instead. And instead of going for goal himself, maybe because of how he was positioned, with a little bit kind of angled back to goal. Oh, that's great work from Ekitike. Oh, that's so nice from Ekitike. Curtis Jones, a little bit too intricate there, and Shirky can step in. Sun shining down on the Manchester City Stadium here. All the way back for Trafford. Liverpool pressing high. That's a good ball. Can Semenyo bring it under? He does. Here's Shirky. Got to play quick. That's a good pass in for Rodri. Checks it. Nico O'Reilly in all kinds of space. Gravenberch hustles too. Here's Bernardo. Liverpool into their shape slowly. Here's Doku double teamed. Jinky back for Margehi. Now Rodri shoot, says the crowd. He takes his touch and does so. O'Reilly's going to get there to the byline, in the corner off of Szoboszlai, smashes it into the crowd in frustration. Pep Guardiola looks on in what appears to be clear anxiety. The commentators ask, "Are you ahead of me, Prague?" I think you're ahead of me. We'll toss that up and see what happens here. Shirky taking his sweet time on my stream. Pep's on the phone. Here it comes. Ball across. Man, I must be way behind. Prague. Here's Bernardo. Comes back in. Comes in. Now Rodri. O'Reilly. Nunez, I should say, steps in. Oh, there it is. Van Dijk. Van Dijk brings down Nico O'Reilly. And there is the penalty Prague was speaking of. Van Dijk can't believe it. Hands on head. Oh, my goodness gracious me. He's hacked him down. We'll take a look here at this replay. Arne Slot can't believe it. The slot machine. Here we go. Ball in for Nico O'Reilly. Oh, man. Does VAR even need to check this? Bro, you don't even need to check this one, man. There's no doubt. Zero doubts. 3 times? Are you saying you've committed 3 penalty fouls and they should have called them earlier? There's never been a clearer penalty. There's never been a clear penalty. And Prague is still way ahead of us. And this right here is the 87% likelihood, and we expected. Haaland steps up because, of course, he does. Boom! Back of the net. The Etihad erupts. Haaland does I'm not sure what kind of celebration that is there. And it's 1-0 to the Citizens. And I think we're going to try to catch up here. Going to try to get some catch up here. Always going to score, Haaland. He was always going to score. 1-0. And it's Van Dijk. Virgil van Disney with the shocker. Not what you want from Liverpool. For Liverpool, I should say. Liverpool have been half decent, but got to play quicker in the transitions. Got to play way quicker in the transitions. Here's Rodri now. Liverpool up in the press. Bernardo. But Man City have been able to play through Liverpool's press every single time, pretty much. Here's Rodri. Haaland coming in. Plenty of space in behind him to turn. Here he goes. Liverpool definitely can't concede again before halftime. That would ruin them. Here's Ekitike in the channel. Kuzanov goes with. Looked like he was about to get down. He doesn't need to because he just stands up, does well. What a signing Kuzanov has been for Manchester City. The Gahey-Kuzanov combo. And when Gvardiol comes back, it's going to be pretty mean. Man City going to be pretty mean at the back. Here's Konate. Gives it away. Bernardo down. Man City have won like almost every single second ball. I bet the percentages are like 90-10 on second balls today. Liverpool have maybe won like an actual total of 2 or 3. And if you're going to try skipping the midfield, you have to win second balls. You have to. But Bernardo Silva has just been collected all day. He's just been picking it up, keeping it ticking. Good ball in for O'Reilly here. Flag stays down. Here's Doku. Shirky's there to help. He seems to have switched with Bernardo Silva for the moment. At least till the end of the half, you might say. Or maybe this phase. Because here he is, Bernardo on the right-hand side. Cuts to the left, cuts back to the right. Comes in, brings the defender, gives a ball for Semenyo, who does nothing. Cuts it in for Shirky, who pops up back in his position now. As the formation works itself out. Now Semenyo. Doku, I should say. Here's Rodri. Ball in from Gahey. Ooh, what a touch from Shirky. Ball to the back post. That was glorious from Shirky. Silva's replacement? I don't know. It's a good question. If you're speaking in general, or if something's happened I'm not aware of. But in general, they might go after Elliot Anderson, you know. They might actually go after Elliot Anderson, Man City. Here's Silva here. 1v1 with Kirkez. Now Nunez. Oh, he gets the ball to Semenyo here, who just keeps it. He's got 3 Liverpool players. Yeah, in general, you know, Man City might go after Elliot Anderson, to be honest with you. Maybe Tonali. But you would expect them to splash the cash for sure. Here's Shirky. He's just unable to bring it under his spell. But yeah, I think Silva, City will definitely go for, you know, the top cream of the crop. Of course, there are probably some foreign players, or at least teams, players on foreign teams that might catch their eye as well. But as far as Premier League, it wouldn't even surprise. I wouldn't even lift a single eyebrow if Elliot Anderson went there, or Tonali. To be honest with you, wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. And Man City have just dominated, slowly but surely exerted their quality. Oh, it gets over Gomez. He's going to call a push against Doku. It looked pretty obvious, the push there. Yeah, definitely looked pretty obvious there. Just like the penalty was very obvious. Production showing it to us again here. Haaland, of course, finishing with aplomb. And as soon as he scored, it looks like Pep went down to the locker room. Can he give halftime speeches when he's suspended, like got a touchline ban? Once again, Man City wins the second ball. Szoboszlai doesn't like that. Throws in a shoulder barge, wins the ball. That's well done. Nico O'Reilly trying to make him look foolish. Not an easy task, that. On a slot there. He always looks foolish. Nah, I'm just playing. Liverpool actually played well. They've played well to a point. They haven't played quick enough in transition, in my opinion. They haven't necessarily, you know, I mean, they definitely, you can tell what they're doing. Slot's definitely fuming. It's a clear penalty, though. It's a clear penalty. There's no reason for him to not be fuming. Ball over the top for Ekitike once again. Nunez on his touch. Doesn't keep it in play. Frustration setting in. About a minute to play here in the first half. It's the patience and the consistent press from Man City that have just, Liverpool just don't, there's, oh, that's a good ball. Got to get underneath it. Does Van Dijk. Curtis Jones wins the second ball. Wow, 1,400 goals since Pep became manager for City. Man City win a second ball. What a surprise. He back in for Shirky. Nunez, I should say. Here's Ryan Shirky. To the line for Semenyo. Ball across. Haaland! There it is. There it is. Haaland doing what Haaland does best. And Liverpool are just being outclassed here. Liverpool are just being outclassed here, man. Absolutely are just Getting run over. Getting run over, man. They're not even really competing in the middle of the park. Not even, yeah, I agree, Prague. It's over, man. Not even, Liverpool aren't even laying a glove in the middle of the park right now. Not even laying a glove in the middle of the park, you know? I mean, what are they even going to do now, Liverpool? Liverpool might actually give up. They might actually just, he says, head up, keep your head up. Liverpool might just give up, man. They might actually just like start rotating at the 60th, just to meet, you know, very quickly, just start making subs. They're going to get destroyed by Paris, man. Liverpool are going to get wrecked. Liverpool are going to get wrecked by Paris, man. It's clear to see. It's clear to see the midfield battle today has been. It hasn't been a battle. It's been a massacre. It's been a midfield massacre. And I'm going to text Asif. I'm going to see what he says here. I'm going to see what he says. Liverpool getting massacred in the midfield. Yep. Getting absolutely wrecked in the midfield. Oh no, but while we wait for that response from Asif, I will take my halftime break here. Thank you so much for being here. That's right. Here it's halftime, and I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It really does help the channel. So go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, you already know the drill. Hype it up if you got any left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And as always, let me know what you're thinking about this one in the comments section down below. Finally!
The Chief is saying, and what you said for weeks about Man United, why don't they play countering attacking football? And then they did it, and they won. And what's City not good at? Defending counter-attacking football.
Mikel Arteta, you sir. Midfield a few times. Like people like hammering down the door. Like I'm trying to work it through here in my mind, and I can't figure out what's made him so afraid. All right, people. Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think the manager should do to influence this game. Do we need more of the same? Do we need wholesale changes? Or maybe just a couple of little tweaks? Of course, thanks for being here. I want to know your opinion. All right, people, we are back live and direct with you. And it's been an interesting one. That's for sure. Man City making their dominance count right there at the end of the half. They certainly proved that their midfield and their counter press and what they got going on have been absolutely spot on today. And we knew that Liverpool were going to try and skip that midfield with the long balls. Van Dijk is accustomed to hitting those. We knew that it was going to be, difficult if they didn't win a lot of second balls, if they didn't compete in the midfield. And they haven't. And their press has been lackluster, has been beaten, multiple times with, balls through the middle. Erling Haaland coming back a couple of times to help with the build-up. I mean, the overloads when Liverpool try to press high have created, a lot of space in the middle for the opposite side midfielder, be it Rodri or Bernardo. It's mostly been down the right-hand side that they've broken the press into the middle, and Bernardo's been the opposite guy, or O'Reilly, perhaps. He's been doing a lot of inverting, as you would expect, as we've seen from Man City in the past. And it's been effective. It's just been really effective, and they've, patiently waited for their quality to show up top. Van Dijk with the mistake to open the floodgates. And if Liverpool aren't careful, it could be an absolute and utter embarrassment. Asif did get back to me. He said exactly what I said might happen. He thinks that Slot needs to go ahead and start taking players off. Go ahead and take players off because it's already over. He said when they realize that there's going to be no chance of coming back, but I told him that there's already no chance of coming back. That second goal was a dagger blow right to the head top, and I see no way back for the Reds. Maybe they'll shore up the defense. That's certainly my hope. I think I bet under 3.5 on this game. So let me take a look at what I got going on here. That's the Arsenal. Okay, Man City. And under 3.5. Yeah, so I just need the game to end now, like it is, and we'll make a couple units. But yeah, Van Dijk gives up the penalty. Erling Haaland, of course, sinks it. Goes to run towards the Liverpool fan, says, whoops, no, we'll go the other way. For the Selly, kicks the corner flag. There you go, Mortal Kombat style. But yeah, man, I don't foresee Liverpool on the comeback. They're gonna have to. I mean, it's just gonna have. They're gonna have to find some real quality going forward. And even if because even if they do that, even if they really get going and really put their foot on the gas to try to pull it back, they'll get wrecked on the break. They'll just get destroyed on the break. And what I'm really hoping is Liverpool shore up defensively and try and, do damage control, and Man City just pass it around for 45 minutes. That would actually be beautiful. And that would be a successful day at the sportsbook. Of course, gamble responsibly out there, people. I do appreciate everyone being here. Go ahead and smash up the likes. Subscribe if you're new. It would help us on the road to 500. I would appreciate it, of course, as we preside over this demolition. Let me know what you're thinking in that comments section down below. Is Hugo Ekitike's hair in need of more blonde dye, or should he just let it go? It's looking a little ragged, just like the Liverpool squad. The slot machine's got a big win one for the Gipper, or perhaps do they have eyes on Paris? I'm pretty sure it's away for Liverpool first. They did well in the group stage of the Champions League, so I'm pretty sure they're in Paris. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bloodbath, especially if they show up like this. When you're playing against the best, even though they have shown where they are weak in Man City, you absolutely have to punish them when you get the opportunities. I've always said that about Man City. They'll give you chances, but if you don't punish them, they will punish you. And that's been where Liverpool have lost this game, I think. A couple of times they've gotten in behind the line, but only when a Man City head did not get on the first long ball have Liverpool found any kind of joy. And they've had a couple of chances, haven't been able to capitalize. There was a spell there before the first goal that Ekitike was looking pretty good, but Man City can just counter so quickly. It's absolutely been devastating for the citizens, devastating for Liverpool, I should say. And I do not think there is any way back. But I just hope to see what we saw after it was 2-0 in the Carabao Cup final. And it won't be too bad. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind another crack at Manchester City in the FA Cup final. I would not mind that at all, to be honest with you. Just a little revenge plot, of course. Just a little revenge plot, of course. Who wouldn't want it? Who wouldn't want it? Let's see if we can catch up with the live stream here. It says it's live. I don't believe them. But it is what it is. This has to be the longest halftime of my life, does it not? Tesco Mobile. There you go. Every little helps. Interesting. They sent a clown to a guy in the Arctic Circle. Okay. No idea what kind of commercial this is. Okay, interesting. I'm not even sure where this is, where this commercial is being broadcast to be honest with you. Huh. I mean, it's got to be back on at this point. It has to be back on at this point. Is it like a delay at the stadium or something? What is going on here? I think we're back. Well, all right, people. The game is back underway. I forgot to stop the clock for a while into that halftime, so we'll get it back up when it's synced. What's up, Lumen? I would say hope you're well, and I do indeed, but I know it's not going well at the moment. And Man City making Liverpool wait on the pitch. No changes so far. Well, there you go. There you go. Fair enough. And we're off and running once again. It's going to be tough for Liverpool to pull this one back. They're going to have to be risky. They're going to have to be definitely better going forward as far as winning the second balls and playing quickly when they do so. Going to be difficult. Salah officially finished today. I was hoping or thinking maybe Liverpool fans were hoping that his announcement might lift a weight off his shoulders and, you know, give him a boost. But he seems to be treading in treacle today. He's had a couple of moments, but got to get that shot off quicker in the first half. Might be a different game if he's done so. Gomez takes the quick throw. That's definitely a foul from Kusanov. What in the world? Wow. Okay. I don't understand how this isn't a free kick. He's got a... I feel like that's the clearest free kick in front of the slide judge I've ever seen in my life. Nothing doing for Liverpool. Vert's working hard, wins that. Trying to find Gomez. Nunez gets across. Gomez going to foul him. I mean, that's a terrible, terrible free kick to give away. Why are you kicking him like that? Yeah, I agree, Prague. That was definitely a clear foul. And so was this against Gomez. But I don't expect much from any referees, to be honest with you. I don't know who that side judge is. It's probably a good thing. But I don't expect much at all. Here's Semenyo. Does get turned around. Rodri makes himself available. Here's Bernardo. Liverpool given grounds, given territory without contest. Here's Kusanov trying to take that said space. Here's Rodri now. Liverpool getting a little bit closer in the press, forcing it back. But Man City patient. Of course, patient. It's probably what we're going to see as the commentators are mentioning it as well. It's going to be long spells of City possession, patience, moving the formation around, waiting for somebody to blow a coverage, something like that. Oh, goodness, Prague, don't tell me. Already? Here's Bernardo. Puts it out for Jeremy Doku. And it's already just the same as it was in the first half. Who is the young lady sat on his left? Production looking at Pep there. First ball uncontested. Second ball uncontested. Semenyo in behind. Little dink. There you go. Game, set, match. If it wasn't already, Liverpool in jeopardy of getting absolutely demolished. I mean, whatever Slot has said in the locker room just means absolutely nothing. It's all gone out the window. This is embarrassing from Manchester, from Liverpool, I should say. Nice little dink, easy as you like. 3-0 the Citizens. Yeah, doesn't even have to look up. He knows what he's doing. Absolutely killing him. Absolutely destroying Liverpool. Now our Manchester City. It's getting embarrassing, people. It's getting absolutely embarrassing. Kusanov brings Ekitike down, and Slot's probably thinking about getting the kids on. Probably thinking about getting the kids on. Here's Salah. Good save from Trafford. What a ball, says Prague. Here's Joe Gomez. Ball across. Great pass. Now here's Ekitike. Once again, Liverpool trying to make sure it's not a complete embarrassment. It's been quite total so far. Curtis Jones. Ball back. Holland does so well to hold it up. One-touch stuff from City. Here's Shirky. Just blows past Szoboszlai. Blows past Kirkez. Great pass in for Semenyo. Ooh. Mamardashvili out quickly on the touch. And City just making fools of them. Just enjoying themselves out there. Absolutely enjoying themselves out there. And it's going to be a long 40 minutes. It's going to be a long 40 minutes. Here comes City again with Rodri. Now Shirky. Tries to find some space in the middle for a shot. Ball over the top. Curtis Jones does well. Here's Szoboszlai. And Liverpool have just been wrecked in the life. Pep, arms crossed, chilling. Pep's arms crossed, chilling. Wow. Even though the halftime was in the middle of it, 14-minute spell. It's 3 goals. Szoboszlai runs into 3 of them. Gravenberch just hits it forward, hopefully. Semenyo does so as well. And it hits the roof of the net from half field. As they say in England, Man City is taking the piss at this point. As the comment, as the turn of phrase goes, the vernacular, you might call it. They're absolutely just showboating at this point, doing crazy stuff. Poor from Mo Salah, absolutely is. Has been poor from Mr. Mo Salah. Oi, Mo Salah. Wow. Yeah, that's not great. That is not great. Poor from Mo. Not what was needed there. Here's Bernardo and Rodri. They've been far, far better than, I won't say now, he says. They've been far, far better. Is it just getting embarrassing, Prague? Is it just getting horrendous? Here's O'Reilly for Rodri. Now Bernardo breaks the line really easy. Here's Doku. 1v1 with Konate. In for O'Reilly. Oh my goodness. Back across Erling Haaland. And there goes my bet. Liverpool, you absolute bums. Absolute bums. Wow. Wow. Erling Haaland hat trick. Erling Haaland hat trick. And Liverpool. I don't even, what do you even say? Liverpool are terrible. You guys are terrible. They're being made to look incredibly pedestrian. They're being made to look incredibly pedestrian. It's too easy. It's too freaking easy, man. I'm telling you. Wow. Wow. It's an absolute and utter shambolic performance. Shambolic performance from Liverpool. You guys suck. Come on, man. Winning from 2-0 down is still possible, even if it doesn't look good after our first half performance. The Liverpool team should never give up, even if we're being 2-0 down. For example, the Champions League final in Istanbul. I mean, if it ends up 3-0 and there's 15 minutes left, hopefully I need to start making substitutions, keep his eye on the PSG game. That was about 20 minutes ago during halftime. And the only thing I'm going to send him is a shaking my head wow emoji. My favorite one, Bernie Mac and Mr. 3000. Oh my God. The Poznan floating around the stadium. Oh man. Good grief. Liverpool are just... What a disgraceful performance this has been. Man, they've won a second ball there. That's something. Here's Kirkes. Cuts in Szoboszlai, or Verts rather. Away from O'Reilly. Here's Salah. Now Szoboszlai, a little bit of space. Closed down. Haaland on the way back, all the way back. Working hard even after he's gotten a hat trick. O'Reilly dispossesses Salah. Curtis Jones back the other way. Salah holding him off, twisting, turning, goes through Haaland, and O'Reilly goes to the byline. Mark Gahey there defending as he always does. And now I kind of want Liverpool to get absolutely devastated. Now I kind of now because they've let 4 in and ruined my bet. I think that I would like to see another 4 goals. Let's see an 8-0 here. I want to see I want to see blood, devastation, destruction, and I want to see a real massacre here. 4-0 isn't enough. This is annoying. You guys have been shit today. Liverpool have been absolute hot dog water today, and it's an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment to the badge. Oh, what are you doing, Shirky? So nonchalant that Shirky doesn't even make the. This is embarrassing. How are you not all over that? Finally, a poor pass. Kirkes puts a ball in, but of course, City win the second one. There's only been one midfield on the pitch. There's only been one midfield on the pitch today. This is going to be a long half hour for Liverpool and their fans. I mean, good grief, man. What's crazy about this to me is that City they haven't done anything they don't do. There hasn't been anything surprising from them. The game has gone exactly as I expected, exactly as most people expected. Tactically. Here we see Doku coming off. Nico Gonzalez coming on as well. Nez's favorite player of all time, Savinho, coming on. And they're going to wrap Rodri up in wool. He's had a good game today. Done his job. Frimpong for Gomez. That is the change for the slot machine. Down 4-0, you're exchanging your right backs. Wow. That's all he's done. Frimpong for Gomez. That's all he's done. 4-0 is insane, guys. Are y'all serious? Isak's still hurt, man. Isak. Yeah. I'd be surprised if we see him in April. And the way this is looking, honestly speaking, I think it might be really stupid to risk Isak versus Paris. If they're holding him back so that he can play versus Paris because he's not really fit, I think it'd be, oh God, he's won a penalty, Ekitike here. Nunez is giving it away. Not excited, but also indifferent. There's no way, Prague. Are you serious? There's no way. Oh my God, no way. No way, Prague. Mo salad bowl. Mo salad bowl. Oh my God, man. This is, wow. I mean, is Mo Salah getting the 400K a week? Like, is that the biggest robbery in Liverpool history? Deep breath. Here he goes. Oh, Trafford saves it. Oh, my God, bro. Mo Salah, dude. Hang it up, dog. Just hang it up, Mo. Just hang up the boots. Oh, my God. Salah's had an absolute shocker today. And the overload is just beaten every time with one pass. Liverpool press is Liverpool's press is like amateur hour out here, man. And just nothing going Liverpool's way. Just not anything at all going Liverpool's way. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. This is what you would expect Arsenal Southampton to look like. This is what you would expect Arsenal Southampton to look like, man. Southampton has, maybe a kind of sort of effective game plan that they try to work and it just doesn't, and they get outclassed completely. This is what you would expect from a championship side. Liverpool are pathetic today, man. That's a foul. Definite yellow card. Liverpool have been absolutely, unequivocally pathetic today. God, they're going to get man. Paris. Why do you feel bad for Mo Salah? It's not a good penalty. It's not. I mean, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Mo Salah. It's not a great penalty, dude. It's a good save, but it's a great height for the goalkeeper. It's not in the corner. It's a good save. Liverpool have been pathetic today, man. Like, the tactics have been really naive. I've always said, if you're going to beat Manchester City, you got to do it at their own game. You got to absolutely punch them in the mouth and then never look back. And Liverpool have just not at any point in their possession have they played quickly today. Not at any point in their possession, in possession have they played quick enough. And Man City, conversely, have been devastating and quick on and off the ball. I mean, there hasn't been a midfield battle. It's been a midfield massacre. Bernardo gets a yellow card. And I'm not going to lie, tactically, it's kind of look. This game is, Arsenal, I think, were good in that first 20 minutes. As far as tactically, we were effective. But the rest of that game looks just like this one, except we defended better than Ekitike has. Than Liverpool has. Commentators discussing that Mo Salah's left on just to make him not look bad. Bro, he's looking bad. It's stinky. It's been a shocker today. It's been a right shocker from Mo Salah. But honestly, that's the standard he set this season, and he's hit it. Maybe, the commentators, Prague, are saying the same that you are. Maybe there's an element of sadness because he was on top of his game last season at the tippy top, and now he's not been half as good this season. Not been half as good this season. Nunez has had a good game. Gravenberch, Ekitike, Verts off. Rio, Gakpo, Mac Allister on in their stead for the last 20 minutes or so here in this one. Sloppy Sly over here with a corner kick opportunity. Haaland on the clearance, hat trick hero of the day. And it'll come down here for Semenyo. He's going to go, or Savio rather. Is that a good ball in? Not really. Frimpong clears it. Ball down for Savinho, who hits it back up. Kirk has got a yellow card in all the madness there for some reason, says production. I missed it. It might be worse versus PSG. It might be even worse versus PSG. Because they're deadly, man. They just got finishers all over the park. Kvaratskhelia is going to have a freaking field day. He's going to have an absolute field day, man. I'm very interesting to see what the lines, the betting lines will be on that game, because I expect a blowout. And you might argue that Liverpool had an eye on that game. And that's why they haven't done well today. But they've just been, I think it's a bit tactically naive to assume you can just replicate what Real Madrid did. I think it's tactically naive to just assume that you're going to replicate what Federico Valverde did against these guys, especially away from home. I think they needed to back themselves to play through the lines a bit more and do it quicker with more, speed, more belief, more quality. And what's up, Arun? How you doing, man? Liverpool getting slapped up. Yeah, Asif's not happy. Asif is not happy in the slightest. And there's still 20 minutes to go, man. There's still more slaps in it somewhere, you might expect. Here's Rio. What can he do? Now Curtis Jones. Here's Gakpo. Yeah, Rune, I'm with you, man. Liverpool's extra games are coming to an end. Liverpool's extra games have ended because they will not. I mean, looking at this, they will be swept aside by Paris. So Liverpool's extra games are coming to a close. Only two more. Only two more left, Arun. Here's Rio again. Let's give it to the 17-year-old down 4-0 and see what he can do. Here's Frimpong. A little bit of space. Now Curtis Jones cutting in. City swarm, as they always do. All the way out. I think that's that for Gakpo. What can the new wingers do? Not much more than we've seen. Here's McAllister. And Konate. Here's Rio again. Foden's on. I don't think I mentioned that. Philip Frozen has made his way into the fray. Jeers from the crowd as Mo Salah mistouches the corner kick preparation. Shirky has switched. Wow. Shirky switched jerseys with Ekitike as they both come off as subs, and Shirky was about to put the jersey on, but somebody's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he waves his hand like, "All right, you got me. All right." Why would you do that? That was crazy. He was about to put that shirt on. No, Ekitike does not have Shirky's jersey on. But they played together a couple days ago, and so that's probably why they swapped shirts. There's obviously going to be some BS in the media about that, but no one really cares, man. Holland in just ridiculous space here. One or two passes has beaten the press all day long. Foden, or Reinders, I should say. Maybe not the pass. Reinders is just doesn't have the speed. Wow, McAllister just hits it right out of bounds. That's about where Liverpool are at the moment. I mean, and the slot machine has to just be so furious. Like, what in the what? Sometimes I'm on a TNT Sports stream, and sometimes they pop up fixtures, and Arsenal are playing Brighton. I was like, wait, what? Wait a minute, what? Ended up being the women's, But yeah, that's the women's. They play tomorrow. The Arsenal women doing very well. Going through in the Champions League to the semifinal. Here's Trafford. Liverpool showing a high press. I mean, it's just been destroyed every single time. That's so good. Not the ball needed from Nunez, but the buildup is just destroying Liverpool. That press is just paper thin, man. There's so many holes in it. It's like Swiss cheese. McAllister winds one up. It's right at Trafford. Gahey can mop up. What do you know? Man City have won a second ball here for the 97th time today. And here's Savinho, 1v1 with Frimpong. Okay. Here's Nico Gonzalez. Now Bernardo Silva. And it's all over with the crying, really. Mo Salah coming off imminently. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened today. How is it that I gave Liverpool too much respect? How is it that I gave Liverpool too much respect? Nico Gonzalez absolutely leveling McAllister there. Marmoush coming on, I should say, for Erling Haaland. The hat-trick hero who will get a deserved round of applause from everyone in the stadium. The Nordic Meat Shield doing his thing today. Scoring tons of goals. The header was great finish, man. And Omar Marmoush has come on. And at the same time, Mo Salah's come off. Chiesa, his replacement. No joy. No joy for Liverpool on yet another long ball. And there's just acres and acres of space in behind the first line of their press. It's just acres of space in there, man. It's crazy. And they haven't figured it out. They just haven't figured it out. And it's one ball between the lines every time. It's on every single time. Liverpool's press has been an absolute nightmare. It's been an absolute nightmare. Man City made it look easy. They've made it look easy today, people. That's for sure. Liverpool can't even get near him, dude. Can't even get near him. And Savio's in behind already. Not a great pass for Marmoush. Van Dijk shake of the head. Wow. That's a crazy stat they've just read out. Pep Guardiola has only beaten Liverpool twice now, including today, in cup matches. Interesting. How many times? That's not that big of a stat. How many times have they played in cup matches? They've absolutely dismantled Liverpool today. Have Man City. It is one of their better performances. Here's Frimpong going at O'Reilly. It's been a fire drill in the Liverpool end. Here's McAllister trying to find it through for Rio. City back on it with Philly frozen. He's giving it away to Van Disney. Oh, that's cheap from Michael Oliver. Cheap from Michael Oliver. Oof. Yeah, that stand behind the goal just gone. And I can't believe it's going to end like this, man. 3-0 was fine. I was fine with 3-0. We were good. Oh, wow. People throwing scars down. Quick restart from James Trafford here. Man City just passing it around with ease. Liverpool effective in the press. Is that the first time today? Maybe a handful of times. But they've always gone backwards instead of playing quickly going forwards. Curtis Jones doing flips and tricks. Bro, you're down 4-0, man. Like, what are you doing? Here's Szoboszlai. Even he's been quiet today. Even Szoboszlai's been quiet. Here's Rio. Cuts in. Ball to the back post. Nunez has had a good game. He's been there all day. He's been there all day, has Nunez. Here's McAllister. For Konate. City just cruising. Standing up. Rio to the byline. Great D from Nico O'Reilly. He's also had a good day. Marmouche. Good turn from Tijani Reinders. Finds Philly Fosen in some space. First Kirkes. Just brings it forward. Takes the space. Reinders finds themselves available. Now Silva. Konate just ball chasing. Just to go foul somebody. It's Erling Haaland, bro. Erling Haaland's got a hat trick. How does he not get the player of the match? What are you talking about? Shirky's done well. Yeah. And we won't need to mention to Nez how amazing Savinho's been. That's another poor touch from him. Or maybe that was Mark Gahey actually with a poor touch there. What was he doing that far forward? And this is just horrible. It's not even any fun anymore. Like, what were Liverpool thinking today, man? Every time, man. It's just one ball through the first line of press every single time. What a ball that is. A little bit too much on it for both Reinders and Savinho. Marmouche there, I should say. Here's Szoboszlai going the other way. Roughly 10 minutes with stoppage time in it to play here left in Manchester. Not much movement ahead of the ball here for the Reds. The game has been gone. The game's been gone since the second goal, honestly. Game's been gone since the second goal, man. Maybe even since the first goal. Maybe even since the first goal really knocked the stuffing out of Liverpool. a good step for Slavosly. Chiesa tries to go forward. Right down the pipe. It's just so congested in there. So congested in there. And Liverpool don't even look close to a consolation. Some space for Frimpong, though. He's going to go at O'Reilly. Or not. Door shut. Savinho's going to try to run it. He gets past Rio. Still going here. And, of course, is no longer going. The commentator's doing a mandatory ad. I mean, what do you say after this game to get back up for Paris? The commentator's talking about what Arne Slot should possibly do. What do you say to them? It's like they all know he's inadequate. They all know that he doesn't have the ideas. Like the tie might be over on Tuesday. The tie might actually be over in Paris. Liverpool, they've had no quality going forward. They've won no second balls. They've been slow in transition. They haven't even tried to build up. It's been long ball city. And they haven't won any second balls when they have gotten the first knockdown. It's been so poor. It's been so poor, man. They were decent for like 5 minutes. Just blow it, ref. Just blow the final whistle, man. This game's been over for a long time. Konate is going to get that booking. Not that it matters. Yeah, Haaland's the man of the match. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And this game has kind of gone very similarly to the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool came and did their best for about 10, 15 minutes. Same as Arsenal. And then City just said, yep, we'll take this. We'll take over here. We see what you're doing. You can't do shit. And we're going to devastate you. That's pretty much, that was the pattern of the Carabao Cup final, and that was the pattern here today. Since about the 35th minute, Liverpool have been non-existent. They hadn't been in it. Liverpool haven't been in it since the 30th minute. Nico Gonzalez picking up the booking here. Everybody and their grandmother crying for the final whistle. Ball across from Rio. Foden lets it bounce. Probably not the best strategy. Chiesa on it now. Manages to scramble it for McAllister. City's press forcing them back. Commentators can't agree on if anybody should get even a mention next to Erling Haaland in the man of the match, but there's plenty that have played well today. City have been very good. Sliced clearance from Kusanov. Trafford will collect it. Man City have now claimed the longest run of all time for home wins in the FA Cup, with 18 wins. Here's Rio going into the box. They've won it here. Here's Marmouche. Ball behind. Lazy. Liverpool can come forward. Are they going to play quicker than they've done all game? No, they are not. They have allowed City to get set. Curtis Jones has been the culprit of that all game long, honestly. Honestly, Curtis Jones has been the one that slowed down the play like every time he's gotten the ball. Multiple examples in this game where he could have gone forward quicker, and he hasn't. He just hasn't. All kinds of space for Frimpong. Takes a touch, goes for the cross. It's horrible. That's about sums it up right there. No stoppage time at all. Thank you, Michael Oliver. 0 stoppage time. Why would there be? What an embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment from Liverpool. Man. And for it to end 1 over my prediction is just disgusting, man. God, I thought that was going to hit for sure. Liverpool are a disgrace. They're a disgrace, man. And they're going to get absolutely dog-walked by Paris. So, yeah, I mean, I know I've been kind of recapping it, but the quick, too long didn't read version is Liverpool freaking, they tried the long ball thing, and a couple of times they did get the long ball over the top. They were able to get onto it, and they had some joy trying to go forward, trying to score goals, and that was the only time they had any joy. And that once that faded, and they weren't winning the first ball, they never won the second ball. Maybe once or twice. They won a second ball high up the pitch maybe twice the whole game. And Man City dominated in the midfield. And I understand that their fear of Rodri and Man City in that midfield is why they tried the long balls, why they didn't try to play through the middle. Because anytime they did try to play through the middle, it was very congested in there. But when they gained the territory in that first half and then tried to play little intricate stuff, it looked kind of decent. It looked like they had some opportunities. They were getting some joy. Then they weren't winning second balls, and they didn't have possession high up the pitch very often. And so that caused them to not really have any impetus going forward. And because there was no pressure going forward, Man City were just patient enough to wait until their superior quality up front caused a mistake, and they never looked back. On to Wembley they go. Manchester City 4, Liverpool 0. And that's an embarrassing result. That's an absolutely embarrassing result. Manchester City were very, very good today. Dominated the midfield, won all the second balls, showed their quality going forward, scored the goals. Erling Haaland hat trick. Man City, are they back? Let me know in that comment section down below. I'm going to sign off. It has been a good one, of course, for the citizens. 4-0 over Liverpool, destroying them and tossing them into the bin of the FA Cup. So go ahead and smash up the likes. I do appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It really does help push out the channel to new people, of course. On our road to 500 subscribers here, make sure you are locked in with that notification bell, because we will be locked in, of course, to the Arsenal game later on today. And there is plenty of more content coming down the pipeline. So I do appreciate it. Once again, for those who have made it this far, and you. We'll see you next time.